Ende ba yake ne mu no asem kanko ya chiri ya zelo aya bapani also ini ya wetelu no bosin kata lili nne mana gene wetelu ni no soro de konu sine soro ni ro akwo and obun kwa kwa na gene nyun daily update kono mari ye na eme na ebe di iche no bodo di iche nke no n'ime no bodo no n'ime ya ade ko chiri ya bapu osi gosi ni abi ife prophecy gbasta maka nwere onwe nke ndị Igbo onye kwuru okwu a bụ prophet major prophet bi ekwuru ebe okwu o kwuru okwu gbasta maka Simon wee kwuo onye ife o kwuru edika mana mmalapụnụ kunu ga ya bụ ife kunu dịrị ntị unu wee nụ the shocking prophecy gbasta maka this Biafran convention a na-eme ana achọkwa unu nyekwa your own reaction ifu nche n'ụdị nke unu gbasta maka ya bụ ihe ndị a niile the major prophet kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. All right, over to you, sir.
Viewers all over the world, wherever you're watching the major prophet of God, I am here to make one thing straight. Because it has occurred to me all this while when people are coming from different angles to begin to give what's called the negative prophecies about Simon Egba. Major prophet is here to warn every prophet in the land, every pastor in the land, every man of God in the land to be careful. There are people you don't give prophecy to. Major prophet, you cannot give prophecy to me because I am the prophecy myself, because of Jesus Christ that is in my body, in my spirit, in my soul, to do the great things of the Lord. I want to use this medium to make a little explanation. When the Lord showed me about Simon Egba, I was the first man of God that stood him. I stood to him. I went in the realm of the spirit to search out who this man, Simon Egba, was. And the Lord showed me that Simon Egba is possessed with the spirit of freedom. That anybody fighting him is wasting his time. That I should not go into what's called to attack him or to stop him or to quench him. Because when it comes to the things of the spirit, whatever does not work well, we will first of all test it with spiritual power. When we test you with spiritual power and we see that you are standing firm, we will give you your own position, that you have to be there. I know it's quite unfortunate that Nigeria do not understand what they have, and because they don't understand what they have, that is why they are wallowing away and toiling in what's called the stream of no control. So I have over the week, and I've seen where somebody is talking about Simon Egba, this, that. Be careful. Simon Egba is, if you want to test Simon Egba in iPhone, Simon Egba is 100 Pro Max plus. Multiple 100 Pro Max plus 100 iPhone 100 Pro Max plus. That is who the Simon Egba is. Simon Egba is a man you don't understand. You cannot know him all. Every man on the face of the earth has the consideration that God has made that man to come and exist on the face of the earth. He's for assignment, and the assignment is for his people, the people of Biafra. And so whoever you are that is trying to give a message, be careful, because whatever you try to measure to Simon Egba may backfire you, because the man has already been spiritually neutralized and spiritually organized and spiritually configured to be who he is. Be careful. Major prophet of God, I am a accurate prophecy. When I come to accurate prophecy, I come to give it the way they are. And so the Lord said, warn all the prophet in the land, especially prophet in Nigeria, to be careful with the kind of prophecy they're bringing to the struggle of Biafra. Because the struggle of Biafra is a spiritual thing. It's not a thing on the periphery. It's not a thing on the physical realm. So when you come out, you have eaten or you have drank water, and you come out and begin to dream what's called a malaria dream. Be careful. Biafra struggle is not a casual struggle that you can come out and dream what's called malaria dreaming, and you come out and begin to give prophecy about to say things about Simon Egba. The same way I want all of you about Master of the can leave these things to the things of the spirit, because these things are spiritually designed. They are not things that are carnal, that you can carnally begin to do anyhow you want. Be very careful. Major prophet of God, I am not here to fight anybody. I am not here to be against anybody, but I'm here to make the record straight, because major prophet of God cannot be in the house and somebody come out and begin to say necessary, unnecessary things. The things about Biafran struggle has gone beyond what's called the Rubicon. And what's called the Rubicon is what's called the point of no return. And what needed now is Nigeria to come to a compromise. Whether they like it or not, they need to come to a compromise to call the people and also discuss the best way of exit. Because what I'm seeing what's called December 2nd, and I'm seeing the realm of the spirit where it's going to be what's called declaration of Biafra, and the people should be very careful and also be careful on the kind of prophecies or the kind of messages they bring, because whatever you say today shall be held against you tomorrow. Be very careful, because major prophet of God, I have already cautioned myself to be spiritually guided, not to prove on the areas God has not called me to truth. So, cutting the long story short, every one of you, wherever you are in the land of Nigeria, on the land of Biafra, be careful the kind of message you bring to people of Biafra and the struggle of Biafra. Don't give a message by your brain, or give a message by your thought, or give a message by your heart desire, because when you give those message, that's what's called a spiritual backfire. Don't allow spiritual backfire to backfire you, because this was called fizzle out. This was called spiritual pestilence, and this was called spiritual bamboozlement. Be very careful. The people of Biafra and the people about the struggle of Biafra, the spiritual matter, All my prayer and all I've been doing is that Nigeria should come to understand and know that this matter is not a matter of what's called hand the people, or what's called a matter of anyhow, but a matter that they need to sit down and draft the whole drafting and see what's called the best way forward. The man called Simon Egba. Simon Egba is not a man you come out and begin to give anyhow prophecy. Be careful. Be careful. All the pastors, be warned. All the prophets, be warned. All the men of God, be warned. And be careful. Major prophet of God will always say what I need to say, because in the realm of the spirit, when I go to what's called the spiritual realm, I come to begin to digest what's called the realm of the spirit, and however God has shown anything to major prophet of God. Remember, I am not here for what's called a men pleaser. I am here to what's called the things of the spirit, because I know that things of the spirit will always control the physical. Be careful, whoever you are. Stop giving the people of Biafra things. Stop giving the people of Biafra prayers. Stop giving the people of Biafra prophecy. Be careful, because the people of Biafra does not need any prophet. Whether you like someone ever or you don't like him, you're liking him or you don't like him does not count at this point, because the man has crossed what's called Rubicon. He has entered what's called spiritual possession to struggle and also get his people out of what's called Nigeria. This is something given to him, and I cannot begin to struggle with him. All I need is to just pray and let God, and whatever I want to happen to the glory of God, let it happen. Major prophet, I was the first person to scrutinize him. I have scrutinized him. I scrutinized Simon Egba, and I found out that he is not coming on the periphery of humans. He's coming on the spiritual periphery. And that is why you must give way when a man is fully possessed for a particular assignment. That man is not for any other mission, but what's called assignment to make sure that the people of Biafra are liberated, and also what's called people of Biafra to be set free. And this is why major prophet of God, whether I like him or I don't like him, does not count. What counts is what is the configuration. And when you look about what's called configuration, you begin to talk about iPhone 100 Pro Max Plus, which means you don't understand him and you cannot know him, his doings and everything are spiritually oriented. You have to be very careful with your prophecies. Be careful. Major prophet of God cannot be in the land and let the people walk in darkness. Be careful, whoever you are, any man of God, anywhere, in Nigeria, in Africa, in all over the world. Be careful the prophecies you give about what's called a struggle of Biafra. I am the major prophet of God. I am the prophet that give prophecy about Donald Trump to win election, and it come to pass. I'm the prophet that saw when they want to assassinate Donald Trump, and it come to pass. I am the prophet that see things before they happen. When it was Nigerian election, I speak in favor of Nigeria, who will win the election. I told you, Peter Obi will be third position, and the what's called Tinubu will be the one to announce as president. So be careful when it comes to what's called the spiritual things. You don't come out and begin to give the people of Biafra prophecies. Be careful the prophecies you give, because these are the things that will work against you in the days of Biafra. Be very, very careful. There are people you don't talk to because they are spiritually designed and oriented and programmed. This is a warning. This is a warning to all the prophets and all the pastors and all the churches. Be careful about the prophecies you give. About Simon Egba, that man is spiritually designed. Is spiritually designed. I wish everybody will understand and see what I'm seeing. Is spiritually designed and fully possessed with what's called the spirit of freedom for the people of Biafra. This is the message from the major prophet of God. I am not here to compromise issues. I am here to set the record straight, because when it comes to the things of the spirit, we'll always stand on the spiritual stand. This is the prophecy, and let God be God and let man be man. In the name of Jesus Christ, I remain your prophet, major prophet, Dr. David Nglo Elijah, the prophet of God all over the world. May the name of the Lord be praised and be glorified. Rakatoso Fredi Hazimasha in Jesus. Makatosha Brahada.
Igbo mana ege ntị ngwa daalụ niile n'ụmụ Igbo ka unu si wee na-esore n'ihe anyị na-eme n'uhuruchi nke tata, dịka anyị na-eche n'ọnwa nke na-abịa abịa bụ Biafran Convention. Unu nụrụ ihe Major Prophet kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ ka ife unu nwere ikwu gbasata maka ya bụ ife. Anyị chọrọ ka anyị mara ife unu chere n'ụdị nke unu ka unu dropụra ya n'iru akwụkwọ na Eastern News 24 ebe si onye wetara onye bụ ozi n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Gbaa mkpụm na ya bụ Chukwuoka Abịama ya nụrụ anyị ọgụ. Otu anyị kwuru otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise nwa daalụ niile nke emesịa na ụmụnne m.